Tuesday evening. Good evening, family. Another video from me, the real deal, out of Gary, Indiana. GI, baby. All right, tonight, let me get just a little bit political. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Jewish Supreme Court Justice. She made a statement about Colin Kaepernick and his stance against the national anthem and him taking a knee. What she said, family, was it's disrespectful to the flag. As a Supreme Court Justice, how would you make that statement? Can you dig it? I thought the Supreme Court Justices was the caretaker of the Constitution of the United States of America. But as America's going through this awakening of its slaves, yes, black people, you are descendants of slaves. And when you deprogram yourself and realize that you are descendants of slaves, I think the better off we'll be to separate. Separation. Look here. I took down some notes comparing the Supreme Court of today compared to the Supreme Court of yesteryear. Let's go with yesteryear. 1865, the Supreme Court of Abraham Lincoln. You have John A. Campbell, John Catron, Andrew Jackson appointed him. Salmon P. Chase, sounds familiar? He's a cousin or something like that of J.P. or not J.P. Morgan, but Chase Bank. Okay? Nathan Clifford, David Davis, Stephen J. Field, Robert C. Greer, John McLean, Andrew Jackson appointed him. Roger Brooke Taney, there's a street named after him in Gary. James M. Wayne, that's another appointee of Andrew Jackson. And the reason why I put emphasis on Andrew Jackson was the most racist motherfucker. He's on a $20 bill. You know, he was the president of that horrific trek that the Indians took, the black man took, the Trail of Tears. Google it. Okay? 2016 Supreme Court. You have 8 justices. Remember, Scalia, he died. That racist Italian motherfucker. The greaseball. Okay, you got Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I'm finna get in her ass in a minute. John Roberts, he's the Chief Justice. Clarence Thomas, the biggest coon in America. Sonia Sotomayor, Anthony Kennedy, Samuel Alito, he's been there about 5 years. Bush appointed him. Alina Kagan and Stephen Breyer. Okay, let's concentrate on the statement of Justice Ginsburg. Now, as a Supreme Court Justice, your job is basically to uphold or strike down the laws of the Constitution. Now, I'm not a constitutional lawyer. I haven't been to college for constitutional law. And that's what, to me, with our people. But the white man's not fooled, but with our people. They think, well, oh, I have a degree in law. You don't know what you're talking about. For all of you that listen to Judge Mathis, you know, I'm not getting off point, people. I'm not at all. Judge Mathis, well, I'm a lawyer. You know, fuck you being a lawyer, nigga. All I got to do you know, is do my research, hit the library, and I can look up the same laws and probably a lot of brothers in the penitentiary. I did a video about that. But let's get on Ruth Ginsburg with the statement that she made against Colin Kaepernick exercising his first right amendments, which is freedom of speech. Black folks is dying, the children, the fathers, the husbands, at the gun of the Klan. That's all the police department is the Ku Klux Klan. Ask your grandfather. May my father rest in peace, but I swear I wish he was alive right now. He broke it down to me. But you have these, what they call activist judges. And as the years go on, especially with you young people, you're going to see more and more of the Supreme Court justices stepping off their podium, they bully pulpit, expressing their views of the law that they're supposed to interpret constitutionally. But the Supreme Court is nothing but a tool of white supremacy going back to the inception and the creation of the United States of America. They uphold the laws of white supremacy. Don't be fooled by the freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, because none of that refers to the slave, as I stated earlier. You descendant of a slave. Get it in your mind. You know, don't be ashamed to say that I'm a descendant of slaves, because the slave is the strongest, built this country. I mean, they blood, sweat, and tears. So never be ashamed of your blackness. You did. Ruth Ginsburg. And when you notice on the Supreme Court, see, the founding fathers, they did this on purpose. See, the white supremacists are smart. I mean, they never sleep. You put, as a president, your point of view of how you want to America, your policies of America. That's who you appoint. You still have to go to Congress and the Senate to have the confirmation, which is just a front. And then you appoint it for life. So the same policies, when you got appointed in 1965 and you still alive and you 75, 80 years old, you didn't give a fuck about black people, but you still on the bench, and it's 2016. Look at them justices. John Kennedy, the Chief Justice. You know, he upheld the law that Obama of the LBGT rights, shitted on our civil rights. Yeah, we'll give it to you, Obama. We'll uphold it. And then he upheld the freedom of, you know, the insurance. You know, most people will do better off going through the states, period. You know, your state funded or whatever. You did. Or just keep yourself healthy. Herbs. Stay away from the poor. But let's not get off topic. Look here. That young man has every right to take a knee to the flag of the United States of America. When the United States won its freedom, hell, from England, nigga, we were still slaves. So why should you respect it? And see, that's how the awakening of America with the African American, not the African American, I'm gonna say that the slave, the descendants of the slave, we are waking up to the fuckery of white supremacists. We still have a lot of work to do. Not only are we going to war, you know, the police and white supremacy, but with our own people. We at war at a whole lot of fronts, man. You know, and I'm gonna, you know, do some videos about you know, how to protect yourself. We have a right to protect ourselves. I mean, violently. Violently. You have every right to shoot back at the police. You dig? But let's get back to Ruth Ginsburg, Miss Justice. You keep your ass on the bench and you uphold the laws or strike them down. But don't get up off the bench and try to tell us, don't try to tell my brother what's disrespectful because he don't want to acknowledge the American flag. You got a lot of nerve, lady. I bet you want everybody to acknowledge that you was a victim of the Holocaust. You know, when Hitler was trying to annihilate y'all motherfucking ass. I tell you, man, United States of America, Justice Ginsburg, Clarence Thomas, John Roberts, Sonia Sotomayor, Anthony Kennedy, Samuel Alito, Elena Kagan, Stephen Breyer, Supreme Court, Anton Scalia, rest in hell, motherfucker. And I'm the real deal out of Gary, Indiana. Dropping it, talking real, raw. Gary, Indiana. GI, baby. Peace.